History is written on the sands of Arrakis. Muad'Dib is gone, but his children remain. Almost grown and about to face the consequences of their father's legacy. A legacy fiercely guarded by their aunt, Alia. Even as she struggles with the ominous destiny of her own birthright.
It's up to you now, my son. The Golden Path is dangerous, son.
Later.
I was hoping to see a worm.
You know they never come close enough to see anymore. The water has driven them away.
Everything's changing, Yanni. Changing too fast.
You've had another vision, haven't you?
My skin wasn't my own. I was running across the desert just so fast. Just running and running. To Jacurutu. I saw him there again. Our father.
You sure it was him?
Yes. And he spoke of the Golden Path.
Frightens me. I'm afraid of what it could mean about us.
We're not like Alia, Gani.
Are you sure? Will you tell our grandmother all this when we see her?
I don't know. What do you think?
Might be wise to understand her a bit better before we allow her to understand us. They've come for us.
Haven't they, Irulan?
I expect you both to be courteous and respectful. None of your sly comments. She's a Bene Gesserit and she'll not be keeping things from her.
Why should we keep anything from her?
Do we have anything worth keeping?
That's what I mean, Leto. Stilgar and I are almost at our limits with your wit.
What I'm saying.
I didn't see anything. Perhaps a slightly higher altitude would be advisable, Leto.
Sure, my father used to love being this close to the ground when he flew.
And you, of course, know this intuitively, don't you? Just like how you knew to fly without any training.
Don't forget your Bene Gesserit training, stepmother. Fear is the mind killer.
I'm afraid she's about to let it pass through her. simply beautiful.
Have we gone too far? Have we forgotten? Bless the Maker and his water. Bless his coming and his going. May his passing cleanse the world. May he keep the world for his people.
Be like Kaifa.
That wasn't funny.
Taking too much spice again.
I've opened a bottomless pit. A swarm of locusts is flying up to arrest me. Why can't I see, Duncan? Why?
See what?
The future. My mission is incomplete. The future. It's there, Duncan. Just out of reach. Why am I always being pulled back?
Perhaps you should ask yourself, why is it necessary to see it?
Patronize me.
I don't patronize. I care. That's all.
Why is she coming, Duncan? Why now?
So that's it.
After all these years since she saw her grandchildren on Caladan.
And in 6 months, they will be of age.
Reason for me, Duncan. Be my mentor for a moment, not my husband. No Bene Gesserit acts without preordained plans, without well-planned deceit. And my mother, for all her renowned independence, is still a Bene Gesserit adept.
Clouds. Moisture in the air.
It seems almost a sacrilege.
You sound like a Fremen.
I haven't forgotten the years I spent among them. I haven't forgotten the honesty of their ways.
At times I wish I'd never learned them. I hate this planet, Gurney. Took both the men I loved.
And it's still a place of great danger, my lady. Rumors of assassination plots are too numerous to ignore. Stilgar sent word that even Fremen may be involved. Desert partisans who blame you for Paul's interference in the ecology of this planet.
I'm so weary of rumors.
They are the lifeblood of this empire, I'm afraid. Reason enough, this trip should have been delayed.
The Tigers tracked the robes flawlessly. Our friend Palin Basha has done his job well. It appears your patience is about to be rewarded, milady.
Yes. I've waited many years, Tyak, for just the right moment to finish the Atreides. Patience has been my only nourishment.
Our allies on Arrakis continue to instigate civil unrest. Alia's hold on power is beginning to slip. And now, we have the means to deal with Muad'Dib's twins. I hope Milady is satisfied.
Oh, I won't be satisfied until every bastard Atreides is crushed beneath the jackboots of the Karina Sardaukar.
Like the desperate pacing of giant cats in the zoos of ancient times.
I wouldn't know. I'm not the scholar you are, young prince.
Back and forth. Back and forth until they made themselves sick, just like this worm. Just like my mother, with her futile schemes to regain power for the House Carino.
Your mother is an ambitious woman, my prince.
Her ambitions tend to be undisturbed by reality, I'm afraid.
You don't share her desire to regain your grandfather's throne for yourself.
Only a fool covets power without appreciating its delicate uses, or fearing its inherent perils. The world of Shaddam IV remains only in the texts of crumbling history books. We hate the empire that defeated it, but we have no idea what we like in its place.
The kind of society we once had, I assume.
My mother may believe that's possible, Tyak, but I'm not so sure. I'm just not so sure.
I heard about your little stunt in the desert.
Well, I prefer to think of it as expert flying, but carry on.
With your encouragement, of course.
A father's memories are very instructive.
Well, I suppose I should be grateful I don't have to tell your grandmother you were lost to a worm before she was supposed to see you.
That would have been an unpleasant task, wouldn't it? Aye.
It's rumored my mother has resumed her allegiance to the Bene Gesserit, and you both know what the sisterhood thinks of those of us who are pre-born.
And you want us to pretend to be something we're not?
I expect you to protect yourselves. No more talk of your father's memories or his spirit or his animus, do you understand me?
Surely one can distinguish between being pre-born
And being possessed.
For some, that's a distinction without a difference, and for us, that's dangerous.
But what if she's simply coming as mother, as grandmother, and not as Bene Gesserit Inquisitor?
You share her memories, Alia. Surely her motives can't be that complex.
If my mother wasn't that complex, neither of you would be here. She would never have betrayed her training. She never would have had a son. I would have been her firstborn. Not your father. and none of this would have happened. I warn you, enemies often appear as angels. I hope you two can tell the difference.
We're going to lose her.
And we already have.
You're nervous, aren't you?
Why should I be?
You haven't seen her for many years.
Your grandmother and I had an unsettled relationship.
But you wanted her affection, didn't you?
Affection wasn't possible under the circumstances. But I am due some respect after all this time.
Please.
When you first came here, many years ago, Muad'Dib told me his father said, beauty has finally arrived to hold back the wilderness. In his honor, may I borrow your Duke's words today?
Good friend.
Imperial Regent, my lady.
It's been so long. Of course, you recognize your grandchildren. Even after all this time.
I hope we can find time to shed formality and get to know each other again.
The mother of Muad'Dib has returned to us.
You must offer them your blessing, Grandmother.
I see the hypocrisy of ritual still thrives.
Sometimes it is necessary to accommodate ritual.
In order to survive it.
Lak al-Mithra Muad'Dib Esa Laklan Musta al-Pregia de El Trial Ama.
Mother!
Reverend Mother! I bring you a warning. The blessings of Muad'Dib have been corrupted. The religion of Muad'Dib is not Muad'Dib. He renounces it as he renounces you. All of you! Muad'Dib is dead! And sand will cover this place. Sand will cover you.
It's impossible to guard against every madman willing to suicide himself. We tried to limit Alia's public appearance.
We sure she was the target?
These times, anyone in the royal family could be vulnerable.
I seem to recall times not long ago that were not so different.
And we survived them.
As we will survive them again.
I heard the voices in the crowd calling out Muad'Dib.
We don't know where he's from or what his motives are.
They say he calls himself the preacher.
People think he's Paul. Don't they still, this preacher?
Some do. Some need to.
What do you think?
This kind are blown in from the desert every day. Messianic vagabonds.
An Alias priest tolerates such heresy?
The priest would like to flay him alive for the heresy he spews, but she won't allow it. Oh, she says he's harmless.
It's because she thinks it might be true, isn't it?
Well, we hope you'll be comfortable. Please, do let us know if you need anything.
Paul's gone, my lady. He walked into the desert. Blind. Alone.
Shai Hulud came for him. He is gone.
I want to supervise the interrogation of those we found on the street.
I'd like Gurney to go with you, if that's agreeable.
It would be my honor, Stilgar.
And my pleasure.
This was their room.
Alia kept it exactly as they did.
We used to play here when we were little.
It made us feel close to them. For a moment, you almost imagined that's who we were.
Didn't you? You almost let yourself believe that we were father and mother.
It was not an unpleasant moment. I've missed so much.
You've never been far from his grandmother.
Your presence is always strong within us both.
I thought we agreed to let her rest first.
Seeing my grandchildren is all the rest I need.
And there will be time enough for our reunion, Grandmother.
Now is the time for you and your daughter.
They're complicated.
Yes. What did you expect? They're Paul's children.
He would be proud. You've done well. You look wonderful.
I try my best. My people expect it.
The greening of the desert's proceeding faster than I ever imagined.
Paul used to say the only permanence is change.
I wasn't prepared for how much the desert's retreating.
Only the great mother wilderness of the south remains untouched. We still meet with some resistance.
As I've noticed.
Some of the older Naibs have withdrawn from our council and taken their tribes to the far regions. We're better off without them.
Though some remain to attack you directly.
We know how to deal with our enemies.
It must be so hard. The responsibility. The loneliness.
What can you know of loneliness?
I've had my share.
Is that why you're here then? Because you're lonely.
I came to see my grandchildren. To see you.
Don't try to conceal anything from me, Mother. I can read truth in the slightest tick of human behavior. This was your gift to me, remember? It's in my blood before I was even born, thanks to you.
Alia,
Don't interrupt me. I am the regent of this empire. I rule in Paul's name for his children. I am the supreme authority here. You abandoned me? To fend for myself after Paul died. I was only 15, Mother.
You had Stilgar. You had Duncan. You had the Council of Naibs. No one could challenge you. You knew how I felt about this place.
And yet here you are. After all these years to judge me. Just like that wicked Bene Gesserit bitch who taught you. We have a right to kill her.
Abomination.
Abomination. That's what you called me.
Alia, I can't undo the past.
But I can influence the future. Paul taught me that well enough. That's what you're afraid of, isn't it? You're afraid I have Paul's vision. His power.
No, my darling. I'm afraid that you will get lost trying to achieve it.
I hate you. I will never forgive you.
Blasphemers! Idolaters! You fool yourselves with images of things you cannot possibly understand. You cripple yourselves with these toads of ritual and ceremony. They give you only fear. And in return, you give them obedience. But I give you a warning. Those who accept self-deception shall perish by that self-deception. And those who pray for dew at the desert's edge shall bring forth the deluge.
Milady, don't torture yourself. He's mad. He's a mere thunderclap in the night, startling for a moment, then gone.
Then if I asked you to kill him, would you?
I wouldn't hesitate. But I would advise against it.
Alia.
I'd say it's not time to move against the preacher yet.
Listen to him, darling.
Let him gain some currency.
He's so handsome, isn't he?
Let our enemies rally. The man has flaws. Time is right. I think we used to discredit him.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Better he is disgraced than martyred.
You're always good medicine for my distress, Javine.
Whatever the cause of that distress, my lady.
Reverend Mother. They told me I might find you here.
I was afraid it might be gone.
Paul, Muad'Dib would never have permitted that. He said your promise to the old housekeeper Mapes would never be broken.
It seems a little silly now, though, doesn't it? Considering the changes that are everywhere.
People don't come to visit like they used to, but still, it remains a symbol.
Symbolism is everywhere these days, just like these weeds. I'm truly happy to see you, Irulan. Your devotion to my grandchildren's been a comfort to me.
They are the source of my happiness.
And your occasional exasperation, I hear.
They are strong-willed.
As I would have expected, considering.
And what else did you expect, Reverend Mother? Considering. I was a Bene Gesserit, trained just as you were. I know the Sisterhood has never lost interest in the children's bloodlines. Although they would never confide as much to a defector like me.
Isn't it ironic, Irulan? We're both Bene Gesserits, who've deserted our sisterhood for the same reason. Love. Love of men who are now dead.
I did love your son, Jessica. And I would have made him a good wife. Instead, I have satisfied myself being a good teacher to his children and friend. Nothing. Nothing will harm them as long as I can prevent it. Do you understand?
I don't know. Perhaps it would be better if I never became emperor. I'm being selfish, I know. But I think it's necessary for me and Gunnemer to have the freedom to learn to live with what we are.
And what are you, later? That you need this time to find out about yourself.
Why don't you tell me? It's why you're here, isn't it?
You remind me of your father.
And my grandfather? My namesake. Your beloved Duke. Such an admission would be complicated, wouldn't it? We may have to enter a realm of intimacies that would make us both uncomfortable.
In a way, I find it reassuring that he lives on in you.
How little you understand how he lives on in me.
Is that what you're struggling with?
Yes. To know the future is to be trapped by it, Grandmother. My father knew it, but he couldn't escape it. I want more freedom than that. A universe of surprises, that is what I pray for.
Is such a universe possible for someone like you?
Possible? Well, yes. But is it desirable? I have a difficult decision to make, Grandmother. Do I accept the Atreides mystique? Dress myself in our myths? Live for my subjects and die for them? Or do I choose another path? A golden path? One that may change me, change human destiny forever.
I don't understand.
No, I know you don't. Because you do not understand time.
I can help you later.
Oh, on the contrary, Grandmother. It is I who will help you.
We must work together.
We?
Otherwise, we're vulnerable.
To what?
Oh, stop being coy.
You want to know how coy he is? Try playing this game with him.
This is not a game. Powerful forces are conspiring against us. Fremen rebels hate the way we are changing their planet. The damned Spacing Guild can't tolerate our monopoly on spice.
They have no choice but to accept it, Alia.
And now she is here. I want to know what she wants.
No, Alia, what you want is for us to engage in the spice trance.
Don't turn your backs on your heritage. Your father was the greatest man in history. He gave you such wonderful talents. They could be put to such great use. Why won't you use them?
You want us to see things you cannot.
I need you to help me see. To see the future.
Other lives hover in the enigma of our consciousness, Alia. Consciousness. Shared lives. It's the curse of all pre-born.
They are the real danger. Not the rebels, not the guild, not our grandmother. You should understand that better than most.
One day, each of you will come face to face with the horror of your own existence. One day you will cry out for help. One day, each of you will find yourself alone.
What if she's right?
Check.
To me. So, granddaughter, you finally meet the spiritual Gom Jabbar.
We've learned much these past few days.
It was meant to look like rebel Fremen. Tribes harbouring resentment towards the Atreides and changes to Arrakis.
But I don't believe it.
Why?
During interrogation, the ones we captured cried out the name Jacurutu, and then died.
You tortured them?
Post-hypnotic suicide compulsion, my lady. The sound of the word alone simply stopped their hearts.
Leto and I heard rumors of Jacurutu siege when we first came here. We could never find out whether the place actually existed.
The name Jacurutu is a synonym for evil, Jessica. The Adwali tribe came from there. They were water stealers. The most heinous criminals under Fremen law. The first and greatest sin. Other Fremen tribes banded together to declare war on the Jacurutu. The Adwali was slaughtered. Their water spread upon the sands. Jacurutu siege was declared taboo. No Fremen was allowed to look for it. That legend persists that not all the Adwali were wiped out, but some escaped to become known as the cast out.
And you believe that these cast out might be responsible for what happened the other day?
Possibility makes my blood run cold.
If the cast out exist, they would camouflage themselves as something else.
We would not permit them to live if we knew.
Gurney, contact your old smuggler allies. The ones in the deep desert, see what they know about Jacurutu. And the cast out. If such a people still exist, they could be our greatest threat.
I had full consciousness long before birth. The knowledge of all the lives that came before. The genetic rivers flowing in my veins. Reverend mothers. The Atreides. My entire heritage. Alive. In me. Ever present. I had no defense against their invasion of my mind.
And so you are stalked by fear.
Fear. Always fear. The judgment. The preborn or possessed. The abomination.
Any Gesserit rubbish. If you succumb to the fear, it will defeat you.
The trial of abomination ends in death.
But we won't let that happen, will we?
You're dead! I killed you.
Yes, you. Clever little minx, you killed me, and yet, here I am.
Just go away!
Oh, but you need help.
granddaughter. The others in here, they want your entire consciousness. They want to drive you out, but I only want a tiny little corner for myself. An occasional moment with your senses. Yeah? An occasional taste. An occasional touch. Oh, no one need ever know.
No. You murdered my father. You tried to destroy my family. You would have killed Paul.
Oh, yes, yes, all that. Yes, of course I would have killed you. I mean, you and your brother stood in my way, but that's old business. You won. I am dead. Thanks to you, my darling, I have only a fragile existence, a mere memory self within you. You are alive, and I am yours to command. And how little I ask in return.
Mine. To command.
Oh, yes. Yours. Yours, my precious girl. Think of what we can accomplish together. Your power and my experience. There will be nothing standing in our way.
The voices in my head
Will be silenced.
My enemies
Will be destroyed. No one will stand in the way of our powers. From this moment on, the future is ours.
It comes. Just like you summoned it.
No, it summoned me still.
And may I ask why? We risked a sand crossing at night without bodyguards.
Come still. How often do you ride the sands anymore? When you want, where you want. Calling a worm instead of riding with a flock of thopters. How often do you arm the thumper and just go? Like the Fremen you used to be?
Used to be.
Hmm? You know, in many corners of the universe, this delicate thing is considered a wondrous beauty. But here it's a symbol. A symbol of the corruption infecting Arrakis. It wouldn't exist but for the changes we're enforcing on this place.
Changes inspired by your father.
Now, that's the official Stilgar speaking, the government Stilgar. The Fremen Stilgar is still repulsed at this alien life, isn't he? I have a serious problem still.
So I've gathered.
The problem with me is the problem with this place. My father, he left so many things undone.
I don't understand.
A good ruler doesn't need to be a prophet still, not even godlike. A good ruler has to be sensitive to the ones he rules.
Mm-hmm. The ancient meaning of the Fremen word Nahib is servant of the siege.
When the owner dies, the crysknife dissolves, yes?
It is our legend.
Muad'Dib has dissolved, but his crysknife has not. Still, a new path must be taken. One that may require me to demystify my own father. To destroy his legacy.
These are not sentiments I'd share with your aunt or her priests, young lord.
Beware, Alia, still. She's no longer your friend. And still, you must promise to protect Garlemald. If anything should happen to me, anything, My sister will be your only hope.
You were in the desert.
Yes, I couldn't sleep.
I could have kept you company.
You were sleeping. Didn't want to disturb you.
You used to. All the time. We'd sneak out of the siege together. No one ever knew. Sometimes we wouldn't be back till dawn.
I had to talk to Stilgar.
I see.
Gunnar, we may have to face some of what's coming apart.
It doesn't mean you have to face it alone.
The Atreides man, named Gurney Halleck, is being sent to the desert to ask questions. Sooner or later, he will encounter someone who can be bought.
Then we must make sure he buys the right answers.
What shall I do with the blindfold, Father?
He can still be useful. Take him into the desert until we need his sermons again. Out of chaos comes civil war. Fremen and the Atreides destroying each other.
The water of our enemies will feed our revenge.
Our suffering will be repaid 1,000-fold. Jackar-Uttu. Jackar-Uttu.
I should never have left here. It was a cowardly thing to do.
You lost so much here. I know it, Leto knows it. Even Alia must know it, in a way. It helps, doesn't it? The litany against fear. You were thinking it, weren't you? Fear is the mind killer.
Garni, I've decided I want you to know my fear. Fear I've kept hidden too long. A fear for those who are pre-born. Just before we came to Arrakis the first time, I brought a Reverend Mother to meet your father. He was just a boy.
I remember. I've been told.
The Reverend Mother brought a nerve induction box. Tested Paul with it. I was forbidden to interfere. He might have died.
But he survived.
Of course, you remember this in a way that I cannot.
And that's what your fear is. The memories I've inherited, the possibility of possession, the possibility of abomination.
Not you. I'm sure of that now.
But you're not sure about Leto.
Is he strong enough, Garni? Leto. Can he survive what's coming?
What is it that's coming?
The Secha Nabwai.
The Golden Path.
Leto used those words when he and I were together.
He has visions. of a pilgrimage deep into the desert. Journey to a faraway place where he sees our Father and speaks to him of how things must change.
Change? How?
He can't tell me. I think he's holding things back from me. But I know this, it's not possession. And it is not abomination. And when it is my brother's turn to be tested, he too will survive. Just as our father did.
The man has arrived to take you deeper into the desert. He says he will help you find what you're looking for. So now it is decided. We're going to the desert.
So you're the Atreides man, Gurney Halleck.
I don't like it. Why would the Carino family send gifts to Muad'Dib's children?
An attempt to curry favor with the future emperor and his sister.
You don't believe that any more than I do, Duncan. Nothing is ever as it seems with my sister. Even an innocent gift of clothing can be dangerous. But how? I want these examined thoroughly. And a report back to me before they're given to the children. Is that understood? I can feel your suspicion, Duncan. You're wondering if there's something more complex in my motives, aren't you?
The history of what brought a Carino princess into House Atreides is not easily forgotten.
Plans within plans, is that it, Mentat? Do you doubt my allegiance to this family?
Allegiances once changed can change again.
Our sources in the palace assure me the robes were delivered.
The catalyst is well hidden. Little precious Irulan will never find them.
Well done.
Alia's paranoia is growing stronger day by day. She sees enemies everywhere. And her only solution? More and more repression.
Exactly as we want. The more terror we sow, the more fear and confusion we harvest. And the more severely Alia responds, well, the more Fremen she drives into the south. And the sooner they will openly rebel. And then with the twins out of the way, well, Alia will be more vulnerable than ever. But we mustn't let Farad'n know about our plans until they're done. He doesn't have the stomach for it.
How dare you? These robes are gifts from Prince Farad'n, a gesture of goodwill, an opportunity to ease tension between the houses. Javid arranged for this himself.
With the Regent's approval, of course.
I had to satisfy myself.
Satisfy yourself.
That there was no subterfuge, no danger.
You insinuated yourself into a diplomatic matter that's none of your business.
The safety of the twins is every bit my business.
You bloodless bitch.
Alia.
How is it that I'm blessed with such an extraordinary counselor as you, Irulan? What devious finger of fate turned you from a Carino toad into a simpering Atreides sycophant?
That's enough!
No, it's not nearly enough. From now on, my niece and nephew are no longer under your care.
You can't do that.
I'm the regent of the Empire. I'm their guardian. I rule in their name.
That's right. And don't let them forget it.
Perhaps you should rest.
How can I rest, Mother, when I'm surrounded by such incompetent fools? Do you see what's become of my world, Mother? Do you see the chaos I must endure?
Yes, I see it. I'm afraid I see it all too clearly.
Get rid of them.
Get out. All of you, out!
Still the same arrogant Bene Gesserit cow.
You must forgive my daughter, Irulan. She let temper get in the way of judgment this afternoon. I'm sure she let her words run away with her.
Do not concern yourself with me, Reverend Mother.
I remember what it's like to be in her position. I remember how lonely it can be sometimes.
I understand.
At the same time, you're never alone. There are always people around, people who need you.
Yes, life in a court can sometimes be suffocating. Easy to lose your perspective.
I'm glad that we can be honest with each other. I feel that I can trust you.
Completely. My only concern is for the health and safety of your grandchildren.
You must take care of your own well-being, too.
Thank you for your concern for me, Reverend Mother.
You're very important to me.
I will let Alia know that I bear no ill feelings because of her harsh words.
You're very understanding.
There they are. Those two. Did you see them?
We have a shuttle waiting.
Leto, come. Hurry.
Anybody who had a hand in helping the twins get out of the city must be arrested and brought to me. I will make an example of all who defy me. Get out! This is my mother's doing. I want her dead. No.
No, my dear. Not just yet. Patience, my dear. Patience and calm. That is the palliative for fury and despair.
Everyone is turning against me.
Oh, don't worry, child. There are many clever ways to rid oneself of a troublesome witch.
Oh, your efforts to the contrary, I suppose.
So unfortunately, my efforts were, shall we say, interrupted by a wonderfully devious and cruel little girl. You took great pleasure in the act, as I recall. I had to admire your ruthlessness. Had you only been a few years older.
Why am I even listening to you, you perverted old fool?
Because I am here to help you, because I am the only one you can trust. What you must do is take care of your mother in public. Why don't you call in that lovely boy? The priest, Javid, eh? Mixed business with pleasure, perhaps, huh?
You were right, Maurice. Her paranoia deepens with each passing hour. She's ordered immediate retaliation.
Good. The more the repression, the greater the rebellion. The greater the rebellion, the sooner our enemies slaughter each other. Get word to that Corina witch. Tell her we continue to work our mischief.
Even though she's not of council any longer, I have asked Lady Jessica, adored Mother of Muad'Dib, to join us for the ritual of supplication.
We bring before the Holy Family a Kadeshian troubadour, a miserable wanderer who has lost everything but the clothes on his back, and now must beg the court for...
Mercy, Holy Mother! I'm Gadian Al-Fali, Naib of Siege Garakulan.
My ladies, do not listen to this man. His appeal is not approved.
I'm here concerning a matter of the desert.
A matter of the desert is a concern of great magnitude, Vidaikin.
But Reverend Mother...
Yes, milady. I am Vidaikin, once offering his life at the side of Muad'Dib.
This is not the proper forum for
We will hear this matter of the desert.
We have abandoned our friend the desert, Holy Mother. Shai Hulud no longer roams the sands. He cannot be found except in the empty quarters far from our people.
The superstitious of the inner desert have always feared the transformation of our land.
A land where nothing grew. Now there are plants. They spread like maggots upon the wound. There are clouds in the sky. And rain. Precious Mother of Muad'Dib, rain from the sky of Dune. It is a death to us all.
We only do what Liet and Muad'Dib intended us to do. Would you challenge their holy words?
And what of the worms, then?
There'll always be some desert, some worms.
As go the worms, so goes the spice. And if the spice does not flow, what coin do we have to buy our way?
Silence! These are matters of state, and you will not challenge the wisdom of this government to do what it decides is best. The rabble of the desert must be made to comply with our judgment. It is we who rule here, not the mob of the sands.
No! Onsar ahaka seliman. Au maslumen. There are those of you who fear that I've returned to Arrakis as Bene Gesserit. That I have abandoned my loyalty to the Atreides' partnership with the desert. But since the day the Fremen gave life to me and to my son, I have always been Fremen. And I will always be Fremen.
Be quiet!
We cannot abandon the desert. My daughter is lying. The worms will not survive if the desert shrinks. She knows this. Spice production will slow until it is only a fraction of what it has been. And when that happens,
we'll have a corner on the scarcest commodity in the universe.
You will have a corner in hell. have been scorched know how to stand back to back.
I have men here, milady.
When religion and politics ride in the same cart, the whirlwind follows.
The Golden Path. It's up to you now. The desert storm that can't be stopped. The whirlwind.
Later.
The Golden Path is dangerous. A path I could take.
Later. Later. You were having another vision, weren't you?
Events are moving faster than we anticipated, Gunny. We have to go now.
To Jacurutu?
The answer's there. I know it. We can't turn back. We have to finish this. Muad'Dib, the god, must be destroyed. We must find the Golden Path.
It's a dangerous path.
It's the only way out of the trap. He saw it at the end. Father's last vision. He knew it was possible. Don't you see, that's why he left. He left it to us.
You're not telling me everything, are you? There are things you've seen that you keep from me. I can tell.
Only things that I don't even understand. Yet. But I have faith, Gunny. Faith that no matter what happens, when the time comes, we will both know what to do.
Are you sure we can make it?
I'm sure that if we don't try, we'll have failed.
I'm afraid.
Fear is the mind killer.
I will face my fear.
I will let it pass through me.
We're ready for tonight.
Have you seen that one?
One who's gone over to our enemies.
Without doubt. Palim Basha.
I saw him in the bazaar at Arakin with the tigers. No doubt he has his part to play. You ready?
I find it ironic that we're using gifts from our enemies as means of escape. But you're enjoying the charade anyway, aren't you?
You know me too well.
Yeah, too well, which is why you must promise me we'll only be as reckless as necessary.
Only as necessary.
It won't be long before the alarm goes out.
There. The way to Jacurutu. They'll never think we've gone in that direction.
We can rest here until arrangements are made to get you out of the city.
Unless something is done, civil war is inevitable. We must get a message to Stilgar. He must call for a council of knives. We must bring a trial of possession against Ali.
You know what that will mean, Reverend Mother. She is your daughter.
I know what it means.
An official warrant for the arrest of Fedaykin Al-Fali and his confederates from Siege Gar Kulan. Posted in every city, send word to every siege. The conspiracy to murder the Imperial Regent and kidnap the mother of Muad'Dib must be crushed without mercy. Are you looking at me or analyzing me, Duncan?
I'm gathering data.
You must find her, Duncan. You must find her and return her to me. Surely your data must point to the danger I'm in. We are in.
Perhaps your lover will be a better comfort to you than I.
I've made so many mistakes, Duncan. So many mistakes. Because I've been afraid. I'm ashamed of my weakness. Please try and forgive me. I lost my temper in there, Duncan. I know it was a mistake, but I can fix it. It was an accident of fatigue, nothing else. I can make everyone understand. Everyone except her. You have to deal with her.
She is your mother.
She is Bene Gesserit, no matter what she said in there. And those damnable acts would like nothing more than put me to the test. Please, Duncan. Please. You're the only one I can trust. The only one who loves me enough. You must eliminate her.
No harm must come to House Atreides. No matter what the cost.
You handled that well.
Shut up.
As you wish, my lady.
We found their clothing near the bakery, Stilgar. We're certain they're no longer in the siege.
They must be wearing those robes they brought from Arrakeen.
But our search parties can't find a single trace of them in the desert.
They won't. Not unless the children want them to.
They do not appreciate my presence here.
These are Puritans, Reverend Mother. What they do not like is what's become of their revolution.
Then I must convince them that neither do I.
A messenger has arrived under immunity of Stilgar. It is urgent.
You have a message from Siege Tabar. Baliho!
Your grandchildren are missing. I'm to bring you to Siege Tabar as soon as possible.
You can't go with him, Holy Mother. He's a ghoul.
He was my Duke's most trusted warrior. He died once, saving Muad'Dib's life. And mine.
But he is Alia's husband.
He is still Atreides. It is my daughter who is not.
We don't have much time.
What about these Fedaykin who have helped me?
Alia has issued a warrant against them. Crimes against the Imperium.
Of course she has.
Stilgar has offered sanctuary. If they can make it to Dabar.
Then that is what you will do. When the Imperial agents find this place, there must be nothing left but the wind howling through the rocks.
As the Holy Mother commands.
Yahaya Chohada.
May Shai Hulud clear the path before you.
Is it true about my grandchildren, Duncan?
You would not have come if you didn't believe it, my lady.
Alia.
No. Stilgar suspects they may have seen this crisis coming. He fears they've gone into the desert.
I made many mistakes with my daughter, Duncan.
There have been many mistakes, my lady. And I repeated most of them.
She will not survive a trial of abomination.
No.
This is not the course for the siege to Bar, is it?
No, my lady, it is not.
You're going to tell me where you're taking me?
Somewhere even Alia won't think to look for us.
I don't think they saw us.
I don't think they were looking for us.
We don't have much time.
To make those rocks before sunset. Search parties will be certain to come out this far now.
That's not a worm.
But an animal.
More than one.
It's closer now.
Much closer. There's a cave up there.
Run. Get in!